I'm here with Mike Gunningham, and Mike, of course, is a board member for IPTC. Mike has been in this industry quite a while, tremendous experience, expertise here, and we're always happy to talk to you and see what's been going on. But in your role as a board member, I mean, you've all been working diligently to put on this tremendous exhibition and conference here, and pulling this together, it's no easy feat. Give us a feel for a lot of the work that goes into that.
Right, well, thanks very much. There is a long list of credits, so if you're doing the Oscars and you see the credits at the end of a film, it's a bit like that with IPTC. Right. The board, it's a relatively small group. We have a huge band of professional event organizers from the SPE, from IPTC, from the other societies, EAGE, AAPG, and SEG. They all collaborate together with the industry. So in this particular case, we have Saudi Aramco. They've delivered hundreds of people to support this event. We obviously have technical support professionals. We've got the media here. Right? The event itself, the Dhahran EXPO, this is the biggest challenge they've ever had. So taking that on board, it's amazing that it's all come together. It looks fantastic. The turnout is huge, right? And all the organizations, the staff, the support staff, the IPTC and the SPE people who are the ones who have been working on this for 18 months, 2 years, right? And we're already working on the next one for next year and kind of halfway set up for that, right? They do a fantastic job to make this run smoothly. There's thousands of people here, hundreds of presenters. We've got CEOs, we've got ministers, we've got royalty, right? We've got presidents here, all right? And they all end up at the right place at the right time.
And indeed it has, and it's been very vibrant. I think there's tremendous energy here, and I know all of the organizations are very much focusing on young professionals too, and a lot of the conversation here it's about the transition in the energy market at the minute. It's about looking, many of the panels, and I think the theme of the whole event, to the new energy era. I mean, it's really, and again, it's 2020, it's the start of a new decade, a very good time to do it. But how are things shifting? You know, when you look back on your career, I think we're seeing tremendous pace of change, and it's like things almost seem to be moving in a much, much faster direction, and you've got to be ready for it.
Absolutely. If you think about it, the well count goes up every year, right? We're not necessarily increasing number of people. The mature young professionals like myself, all right, at some time have to go out to pasture, and the new people coming in, the skills they have now are phenomenal, right? And that's the new generation, and they're able to manage 10 times as many wells as I used to when I started. So that's the real opportunity, and that's why oil is still making a name for itself. And the new generation, there are great opportunities. It's still a global business, right? We have to take on board all the sort of climate issues, the environmental issues, the fact that there is a transition as far as the energy consumer is concerned, but ultimately people still need oil and gas.
Now, when we look at technology, it's always been transitioning, it's always been moving, it's always been helping this industry. But again, technology is really transforming the industry, would you say, in the last maybe 10 years?
Technology is transforming the world, and we are part of the world. Right? So what you've got in your pocket with your mobile phone, we won't advertise, that is happening in the oil business. So what it means is we can miniaturize things, we can mobilize things, we can digitize things. It makes it cheaper and safer to develop oil and gas fields, right? And that opens up opportunities, reduces the environmental impact, right? And it's a win-win for everybody.
Now talk to me about being in Saudi Arabia. This, you mentioned it here earlier, but you know, the first time that Saudi Arabia has hosted such an event, the International Petroleum Technology Conference, you're here. So it must have been quite exciting for all of you, because you've been in many venues around the world, but you know, when it comes to a first in a new venue, I'm sure it brings its challenges, and you've done a tremendous job here, but it must have been very exciting to actually make it and arrive in Saudi Aramco, or Saudi Arabia rather, with the help of Saudi Aramco, and deliver this great conference and exhibition.
Absolutely. It's always great to go somewhere new. I travel the world, so I'm always looking forward to a new location, a new site, meeting different people, and the hospitality here in Saudi Arabia. You can see that the country itself is changing. They're opening up. It's e-visa, so it's easy to come in. They have some fantastic sites to visit. So instead of going to Jordan, come to Saudi Arabia and see some ancient architecture, right? And the country itself, it's moving ahead, right? It knows its responsibilities on the global stage, right? And the doors have been opened, and there are thousands of people here from around the world seeing Saudi Arabia for the first time.